You sound just like Kevin Smith. I don't know if you.
No, you did say that. I read it. That's why I ignored it.
Had you ever heard that before?
You know what? I've heard that once or twice, but I think it's this and this.
No, I
think it adds to the.
You have a very casual, chill, fucking demeanor and conversation, and you're like a good storyteller, which he is also.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you ever heard his like talks and stuff.
Glaze me up, get me all excited for the podcast.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
ready, baby.
I've already started recording, bitch. I know what I'm doing, baby.
I love it. Cheers. Here's.
Yeah, you're not even drinking water. I love it.
I'm not. I'm going. It's Lenten time this season, and I gave up the drinking. I said earlier. So a lot of Waterloos. That's what I've been doing. Sparkling water.
Sparkling Waterloos.
Pinky's out, baby. Pinky's out.
Everybody, welcome to the podcast. Hey, yes. People there, I guess I'll point at that thing. I should probably know by now. One of the funny, one of the hilarious. Just got to see you tape a new thing. Really excited. It was spectacular. I'm looking forward to seeing it on video, but very funny, very talented. Erik Escobar.
Yay!
Yeah.
One,
imaginary people here.
So grateful you were there. It warmed my heart a lot, sincerely. Two, I like how you say you got it on video. Because I think the young kids are like, oh, you got it on YouTube? What do they say? But we're not VHS, baby.
Oh, they're
going
VHS?
all the way.
Oh.
We're not, but I hope there's a VHS of it out there. A laser disc, hopefully.
They're going to like one of those mom and pop Asian stores kind of thing. Yeah,
they're going to put it on an 8-track. I don't know how it works. How many jokes will get on it?
Laser disc, maybe. How about,
I don't think it works like that.
I think we had a laser disc. I think we had laser disc. We had like 2 or 3, but we never had a laser disc player. We were just kind of we were figuring our way out.
Is laser disc pre-VHS or is it same generation?
Well, it was beta first.
Okay.
And then VHS was like beta was like what networks and stuff like tech.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
And then they had them out, but it was not really. They never really picked up mainstream. And then VHS, God, I'm old. Was like built for the home consumer, and Laserdisc was like, oh, you're gonna have better vision and better clarity and better. It's gonna be like if you're seeing Tron or Star Wars. It's
exactly.
The sound is gonna be so much better, and it's because like tapes would wear out, after a while. So
I wonder what a Laserdisc would hold up to like a Blu-ray now. If you watch like a Blu-ray, then watch Laserdisc, you're like, this is horrible, or it's like, not bad.
Well, I mean,
not bad.
I think they they've gotten so much better at like storing digital stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a tech talk show. Here we go.
And there you go. Now you learn. The more you know.
The more you know. Yeah, you grew up on the cartoons. There we go.
I love it.
Yeah. So man, dude. Clap. I'm sorry. Just saw the taping. Like I said. I thought
I thought it was real cool. It was real fun. What's interesting is I feel like I did. So how long have you been doing stand-up?
With my stops and starts and stuff, I started in 2008.
Sweet, cool. Okay, so
similar time. Yeah.
Roughly started 2008, 2009, and I feel from 2008 to maybe 2021. It took me a while, but I was probably finally around 2021, like happy with my hour. I've done hours before, but like that was when it's like, this is good.
Yeah.
I did another taping, another special.
Funny group or whatever. Yeah.
I did that.
Mexican Millennial or something?
Mexipino Millenial.
Mexipino
Millenial.
Yeah.
And then I did one kind of independently, and I got all these cool clips out of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, for the one that you went to, I was like, I don't want to do a ton of stuff over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if I do a bunch of stuff that I already have on tape, a bunch of stuff that I already have like visually cool, this time should be to have new stuff to get clipped out on that stuff.
And it's so rare you get like the good lighting, good sound,
exactly,
a good audience, set up for it, where it's just like all I have to do is grip it and rip it. Fuck.
Yeah, make the most of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like grip and rip it. I like that.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, it's so crazy because since I filmed something that I liked visually so recently, I pretty much had to come up with like kind of a new like 15, 20.
Yeah, I could tell.
Not in
I didn't.
Not like 10 years, but in like 3 months. I'm like, whoa.
I mean, you were talking like so much about being a dad, those kind of things. So I could tell.
Stuff.
I could. Oh, this wasn't from 2014.
Exactly. Or was it? Ooh.
But the weight loss stuff and stuff like that. So
it was fresher.
Yeah.
And it was such a wild experience to kind of like crash course the special and like have less time to prep than be like, oh, I've been doing these jokes for 10 years. Let me just do it.
You weren't complacent with it.
I wasn't. But I think it added more manicness to it.
It was the right level of energy, I felt like. And you had a really good taping, I felt, and audience responded well to you. It was great. Comic InvASIan?
Comedy InvASIan.
Comedy InvASIan. Okay. InVASIan, yes.
InVASIan.
Heavy on the Asian.
Heavy on the Asian.
Yes.
Just like how I like my Coffee. I like my coffee. What?
Oh, yeah, like your Vietnamese coffee. There we go. That's kind of a scam.
Oh my gosh, are you into those Vietnamese coffees and stuff?
Dude, I didn't know about it till I lived in Orange County.
There are a lot.
Oh, are we? Oh, is this on?
Oh,
God. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna get
Vietnamese
some
coffee. Oh my gosh,
Vietnamese coffee. Vietnamese coffee shops. I lived in Huntington Beach, and I just wanted a coffee one time, and I didn't know it was going to be like a bikini bar kind of thing.
Oh yeah, they have those too. I was just talking about how strong they are.
Oh, the French thing with the 84 pounds of cream and stuff like that. Yeah, and it keeps you up for like 3 weeks. It's
insane. I remember I got one black once.
Vietnamese meth. Yeah.
I didn't sleep for a day and a half. It was beautiful. I loved it. I loved every second.
Now, when I first moved to LA, my family's from LA, Redondo Beach, and then my cousin had a place in Fountain Valley, which is like Huntington Beach.
Okay, yeah.
So that was where I first moved out, and that was it was just I didn't even know Vietnamese people out there. I didn't know Filipinos.
For real.
That was one of my favorite ones. There was a place there was a Vietnamese place called What the Pho.
In Seattle, there's I think a Pho King.
Pho King.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that is gold.
Yeah,
it's absolute gold. And salt, and also salt.
Salt. Are you from LA or?
I'm actually from Gardena.
Gardena. Oh, shit.
So we're from kind of this.
The South Bay. Yeah, 310, 310s.
I love it, man. I love the South Bay.
Yeah,
but I can never afford it. So fun being in not.
It's kind of a spider web because once you get there, you never leave.
Yeah.
I've got family members who are just like they look at Los Angeles and go, my car's gonna get covered in graffiti if I drive in. You know what I mean? And they're just like, have fun up there, have fun doing your little thing, Matt.
I think the South Bay is great. I think it's a great place to like raise a family. You know what I mean? It's very like suburbia-ish. You know what I mean? Like fun schools.
It's not as crammed in.
Yeah.
It's diverse. It's
the diversity is a big deal. It's a big deal. I remember growing up in Gardena, my school had like, I was Filipino, we had some Latinos, we had some Tongans, we had some black kids, we had some Mexican kids.
Oh, we always they called them the coconut heads, my cousins.
The coconuts?
The Samoans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they played football with them.
And they're sweet and delicious, unless you make one mad.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know how that metaphor works out.
Then it gives you a concussion if it hits you in the head. Yeah.
It's true. I feel like I remember eating like some Samoan, Tongan food in the South Bay, a lot in Carson, a lot of Hawaiian food in the South Bay. Yeah. When I moved out, I didn't realize that's like not as much a thing other places. I'm like, where can I get a good mac salad? Where can I get a good squid lao lao? Oh, that's just not everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's you probably didn't even think about it. It was just like
it was just like
what your family had, and it was just like, oh, dope. Yeah,
I want to go out to eat. Yeah, plate lunch. Why not?
Yeah,
get some fried rice. Get some musubi. Can't do that in insert city here. I can't do that in Tulsa. Not as much. Yes, not as much.
Dude,
in Tulsa.
It was weird. I used to eat sushi there, and I was just like, I moved out when I moved out to California. It's like, oh, this is what sushi tastes like, fresh.
Yeah. I have a buddy who lives in the Midwest, and he was like, I don't like salmon. And then he like came out here and he ate some salmon. He's like, oh, this is great. I'm like, oh, I think you only had Midwest salmon.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a couple spots.
3-day-old salmon or whatever, and it was I was always trying to be like open-minded and stuff like that, and it was just like, oh, this is what it's like supposed to be. You know what I mean? It was just like the Mexican food there is different.
Did you go through Breaking Bad? Are you a Breaking Bad guy?
I watched it all.
Great.
I've actually been to the house, the Walter White house. I've been to the not El Pollo Loco, but Los Pollos.
Pollos Hermanos.
Yeah. I don't know. If you've ever gigged Albuquerque, you probably did it too.
I went to Albuquerque and I drove by the Breaking Bad house, Walt's house, tried to get a picture, but did not because there was like a scary lady sitting in front.
Oh, she owns the place. She was this older Mexican lady. She
does not want people there.
She's done with. Well, I think she just sold it recently.
Oh, really?
Well, because there were so many jerk offs that were throwing pizzas on the thing.
Yeah, I heard that was a thing.
And I could understand that, because it's just like, hey. And then they would, I went there and I went there and it was fine. I got a picture. There was like a Dutch couple that they were like, Americana fans, and they were like, and they took a picture of me. I took a picture of them, and we went on our way, that kind of thing. So
that's cute.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
But do you remember the episode when I think Hank is like eating dinner or lunch with them, and then what's his wife's name again? Oh my God.
Skyler?
not Skylar, her sister.
Oh God,
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one who stole.
Yes, she was a klepto.
Yeah,
Tiara,
the nurse, the klepto. Yeah,
she was.
Yeah,
I remember there was a scene where she was eating sushi and she offered some to Hank. Marie, yeah.
Sorry.
And Marie was like, you want some sushi? And Hank was like, fish that took 2 weeks to get here, not for me. And I'm like, after hearing that, I'm like, oh wait. Yeah, if I am in Arizona, I probably shouldn't order the omakase platter. Probably not. Yeah.
I mean, like, you've traveled all over like with comedy and stuff. Like, I've seen like Mexican food in Wyoming, and I'm like, really? What are we doing here? Mm-hmm. Really? It was just like, it's fried corn chips, yes, but
I remember getting nachos once from somewhere that wasn't like.
I think it was Taco John's was the place.
Not Juan, but John's. They're like, we're not even going we're doing the real.
No, this is one of those guys. This is I make tacos, but I listen to Toby Keith.
Do you remember? Have you ever had nachos with Doritos?
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's been like a thing that I've experienced recently.
Oh,
like,
you never got on the first batch?
Never.
Oh, like the Dorito Loco Taco?
I've had those, but there you're walking.
Well, dude, you're a stoner, man. If you're a stoner and you didn't have that, I was gonna pull your card.
The Doritos Locos all day, but like you'll go to Mexican restaurants, not in LA or outside, and we have tortilla chips. Yeah. And their tortilla chips are Doritos.
Just straight Doritos.
And I'm like, you're not lying, but also, I was prepping my taste buds for that.
Yeah, because it's like the over seasoned and that kind of.
It's very salty. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like white people tacos are fun. They're nice. They're hamburger meat and all that stuff, but they're not. They're not carne asada street tacos.
Yeah,
different energy.
We had Mexican places there, but they did like, because it was like from El Paso, Mexico, so it was Mexican food, but it wasn't like it was like out here. It's like so veggie heavy with the tomatoes, the onions, the cilantro and stuff. It was more cowboy Mexican there, where
Tex-Mexy.
Yeah, Tex-Mex, where it was the size. Also, the freaking burritos are just like the size of your freaking thigh.
Yeah,
and just covered in like sauce and stuff.
Yes.
The wet burritos. It was just like, and you can't. It takes both hands to carry it out to you.
You're like bringing in a stroller. Like, here you go, buddy. All right, let's take a bite,
bro. Yeah, I mean, and that was the other play. The other thing you probably learned is just like. The really only good Mexican food places you won't find. You'll find like a block off of a major street,
but they're not on the major street.
Yeah.
They're whoop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's your, like, if you could have like one genre of food for the rest of your life and you could only do that, what would be yours?
That's a good question. I would probably go Mexican food just off the top of my head.
So good.
It's comforting. It makes I've always felt like and this kind of go. I also like Thai food. I think that any place where the women are oppressed, the food's going to be amazing. So yeah,
American food's about to get real good. Oh my god,
dude, yeah, cheeseburgers are going to be chef's kiss.
Boom! I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we keep going where we're going, man. It's
exactly, man.
So did you worked at Disney?
Yeah, my first job was at Disneyland in high school.
Oh shit!
And then I left for a while, and then I worked for a quick minute at ABC, which was fun.
Yeah,
and then I did Disneyland California again when I was maybe 27, I want to say. It was cool, man. I worked on Toy Story Mania, the second round.
Oh, shit.
So if you need any good shooter tips, hit me up. That'd be great.
Like there was a shooter game? Or?
Yeah, it was kind of like so it was like a screen-based attraction. You were in this thing, you float around, but it wasn't a gun. It was kind of like a ball and string, like
like a slingshot kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they didn't want to like develop new school shooters and
no, they wanted to bum bum bum.
Yeah, okay.
It's got me real prepared for dating. That's how it did. A little strong,
how to work the fingers,
strong middle
baby.
finger.
How to work the fingers, man. Have you always been like a wrestling guy? No, I know you did that for a minute.
I think I got into wrestling when I was like in 6th, 7th grade.
As you should.
It's a perfect age to get it.
If a boy doesn't get into wrestling for at least a week or two, fuck you. It's just like, I mean, you're supposed to see stupid shit. It's a soap opera for dudes. It's physical. It's silly. It's crass.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also feel like 6th, 7th grade was a great age to get into it during like our era.
Okay.
But now, because I think around then I still wasn't sure if it was real or not. But now kids now, they know.
My mother ruined it for me the first.
No!
I think I was watching it before.
She hit you with the chair.
No, yeah, no, no, coming down from the flying turnbuckle. I think I was Valentine and Hacksaw Jim Duggan days.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hulk Hogan was in the mix.
Coco Beware.
Coco Beware. I think Junkyard Dog. Nikolai Volkov.
Good era.
It was like on Saturday mornings, and it was like after the cartoons, and it was before football. So it was like a 10, 11 o'clock spot. And I think my mom wanted to watch a football game, and I was just like, and she goes, yeah, that shit's not real, and just walked off and just left it, and I was just like, what do you
mean?
But I got the figurine, and the bendy arms and Jake the Snake Roberts and all that stuff. It was just, and then she just left me with that, and I can still take the pleasure out of it. But it was gone. The rug was pulled out from under me.
Yeah.
So
it's like not like for me. I remember hearing about Louis C.K. before the allegations came out, and I feel like I never had a Louis C.K. phase because the rug was pulled under. I was like, now I can't get into him.
Yeah,
I wish I didn't know that he made.
Oh, because you already had the emotional attachment to the material or the good vibe from watching.
I'm comparing Louis to wrestling now. We know that wrestling's not really like I can't get into this now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it took me a second.
No, you get it.
Yeah.
I was a big wrestling fan when I was like 6th, 7th grade, and then I kind of got out of it in high school.
Yeah,
and then I got back
into girls. You got into girls.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly. Because you're
that's
like,
now that I've got all these moves. Here we go.
Do you like that?
Putting chicks in sleeper holds. It was just like
sleeper. Barely even know her. I feel like it was weird getting back into it because I became a fan of like a lot of the, I guess, newer stuff in like 2015, 2016, but I never really had like a John Cena or Randy Orton phase.
You were out of that.
Because I was out of it. So now they're still doing it. And I'm like, Randy, I'm not really...
I didn't realize how many people were into it because, like, my friends weren't really into it in high school, and then I went to college, and I was in a fraternity, and Monday nights we would have our meetings, and I didn't realize how important it was to be done by 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
For Raw, and it was
he's talking about the show, not fraternity hazing.
Yeah, it wasn't like some kind of sodomized thing. It was Rock, Steve Austin, those days.
A beautiful era, the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it was, and I would just be like, and the other, it was like 80% of the guys were watching Raw, and the other 20% were watching Dawson's Creek.
Oh, that's funny. It's like, same show actually, very similar storylines, very similar sadness.
Yeah, same level of homoerotic.
That's true.
Yes,
the arcs. Yeah, you lose, you want revenge. You know what I mean? I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
And you never end up with Pacey or whatever.
If you were a wrestler, if you were drafted to be in the WWE or whatever,
if I was required to be,
if you were required to be, what would be your gimmick? Would you have a gimmick or like a hook?
Oh, I would be a smart ass. Definitely. I would wrestle sarcastically.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I kind of a.
You would do great in today's wrestling.
Like Ted DiBiase was pretty sarcastic. I think he was $1 Million Man was Ted DiBiase. I kind of like that. I would play to the crowd very much. I wouldn't do it real like Hulk Hogan did. I would do it like sarcastically.
Yeah.
I would do a lot of cheap shots. I would do a lot of while somebody else is up. I'd pretend I was down and then just do the cheap snag them from the back and then wrap their leg around or something.
Little small package. I got you. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, a lot of dirty shit, a lot of cheap stuff, sarcastic. I'd look at the guy. Probably you remember the movie Idiocracy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would just do a lot of jerk off motions at the guy. Just like this guy. What?
That's your finishing move. You jack him off. He's so tired. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. He's asleep.
Three jizzes on his face, and he's down. He's out for the count. Yeah, basically.
Perfect. Yeah.
I wouldn't actually jizz on the guy's face.
We don't have to go into specifics.
Yeah, but it's like
for Raw. Ooh, for SmackDown, you don't have to.
Okay. What about yourself? Well, what was your? What was you? you wrestled, right?
I very briefly. I was Mexipino Noir, and I would wear.
Was it like lucha libre kind of thing with the mask?
So I would have a mask on without a mouth, but I would try to drink Pinot Noir because I was Mexipino Noir. So I tried to drink it, but it wouldn't get anywhere.
Yeah.
And then my finishing move was an eye poke. It was a ripcord eye poke. I would turn you around. Pop.
Oh, very Three Stooges. Here we
yes,
go.
I didn't win a lot. I was never scripted to win that much, but it was a fun time.
Well, you have to go. You have to go through it, right? You have to earn your stripes. I'm sure, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things where I feel like one of the reasons why a lot of comics like wrestling is in comedy. There's so much time and so much work and heartache, and you miss out on things. So you can like go to mics and do shows and be good at your craft, and we risk everything for it. And then we look at wrestlers and we're like, oh, they do what I do, only they can die. You know what I mean? Like, I have a bad set. Like, I'm going to take a shower and have another beer tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to smoke a joint and hit Taco Bell on the way home.
Yeah, you have a bad set. You die.
Yeah. You're going to be in a wheelchair. You're going to be shoveled out of here.
Yeah, and neither of us have health insurance. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go to this open mic and not complain as much, I guess.
Shit, that's funny, man. That's funny. I like that. Bro, so you are somebody who's like I see your travel and I'm just like amazed and I don't know how the hell you do it.
Me either.
You were like 800 gigs a year kind of guy.
I was going hard. I was going super hard, and it was weird because I feel like comedy is so hard to figure out, and it's different for everyone. You know what I mean? My path, your path.
There's people that are just city. There's people that are kind of do the alternative thing. There's people that are can't whose act works on the road. I used to try. When I started, I was doing the triples and those kind of things.
Oh my! Well, the Northwest, I feel like they almost have enough work so you can almost be like sort of regionally based and just do.
Well, like if you
boom, boom, and
like obviously if you're up there, it's great. It's better. You know, just the 10 hours to drive up to get to like Reno or something like that. Or,
it was brutal.
Winnemucca.
I got stuck in Winnemucca once. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, that's how do you think people live there?
That's true.
Nobody was aiming for Winnemucca. It's like their car broke. Those are the pioneers whose wagon wheel fell off.
Their
like,
Honda Accords wheel through, and they're like, we're stuck here.
I'm just gonna dig in it. We're gonna silver mine and hang out at a casino.
It was wild how I remember
Winnemucca, Nevada. If
Winnemucca, Nevada. Yeah, in case there's any other, not Winnemucca, Tennessee.
Every road dog comedian knows Winnemucca and has a story about the place. Yeah, go with it, man.
My story is they put me up in a room where all the lights were on, which is great when all the lights
bands
are wonderful. B, none of the chairs really matched, which I thought was funny. It reminded me like of Marty's almost, where like none of the it was like, oh, this one's a nice chair, that one's a folding chair.
I got a Marty's joke for you. I'll tell you later.
Oh, please. Marty's is R.I.P. I missed that spot.
Yeah.
There were mirrors kind of overhead where the audience could see themselves, which made them super insecure. You were performing in front of slot machines.
Oh yeah, in the back, in that back room.
In that back room,
yeah.
Winners in.
We're talking about.
Yes,
yeah.
There was also the only bar. I think there's a new bar now there, but I think the only bar at the time was in that room. So people weren't just ordering; servers were running in and out,
running drinks to cocktail servers and stuff like that.
It was horrible. And I remember, God bless him, the entertainment host. The entertainment manager, Herb.
The only it was him and his son were like the only two black people in the whole county.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, you're great.
Yeah.
He was cool, but he wouldn't really MC.
He would go up and he would say, "We're gonna do comedy. There's gonna be a Mexican band here Friday. We're gonna have nachos. Be a half price." All right, here's comedy, and then gone.
That I did it. He was
sorry,
throwing love and shine over to the spaghetti special.
Yes,
and I was like, you're telling people to leave comedy to get the cheap spaghetti while it's still on special. Like, why?
Yes.
Don't tell him to do that. Tell him to get spaghetti later.
Yeah,
I'm
back.
More fun than I'm about as fun as spaghetti.
Or come back on Saturday for the spaghetti or whatever, or it just
That's taco night actually. No, that's Tuesday. That was barbecue night. Oh, we can't have spaghetti on Saturday.
Yeah, no, it was
what a great spot.
And then also like they were free. They were like free shows, so like the people were like so not invested.
No investment,
and they could hear slot machines going on, and these are if you had a win there, it felt like Game 7 World Series. You know,
Yeah.
it felt like you worked for every win in that room.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You would get like a nod and be like, "That's my applause break." You know
Exactly.
what I mean? That's my standing O. That guy didn't fall asleep. Oh wow.
I remember one of my favorite reactions. I had a joke. It was just a dumb throwaway one-liner. It was about the Raiders. Every Raiders fan. What does every Raiders fan want for Christmas? It's a parole.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
And then one of the two Billy Bobs that were there was just like, "It's 'cause they're black," and I was just like, racist, but also incorrect. And that wasn't where I was going. But okay, thanks.
It was Herb. He was the only Raider fan. He was the only one who showed Raiders love in the area. So that guy put a bad stereotype on a good man.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, Herb's one of the good ones, but you know he gets us cheap spaghetti.
He's one of the great. Yes.
We can't disparage that
spaghetti
black,
hookup. You can't say he's a
we
bad
can't
guy.
disparage that black fella. I also called it Nevada, and they
Nevada.
it's Nevada, and I was just like, okay, it looks like a fucking Bush Light label. What? All right, just leave me alone, guys, assholes. I've been there 4 times.
And I'm going for the 5th next week. Come on out, guys. It'll be great.
Oh, dude, I will.
Spaghetti special.
I'm never going there. If I'm on the interstate and my car gets a flat, I am pushing it to the next town. I will not stop in Winnemucca.
It was horrifying. We got a flat shortly before Winnemucca, ended up getting towed to Winnemucca, and it was like a Friday.
Yeah.
So all the places
Traffic.
to fix our car couldn't do it.
They were crapped out. They were
One
gone.
guy was like, "Yeah, I left my kid's soccer game. I hope this is okay." Like making us feel horrible because we need a new. The engine was shot. I think we had like a buddy of a friend or something who was able. We paid him like a couple $100. He drove us to Sacramento.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I had something where I had to like be in LA the next day, and the other guys like, "We have a couple days."
Your car is in Winnemucca. Yeah,
exactly. I
Yeah.
think they just sold in the car. They were just, but I think they got
salvaged it or whatever.
the insurance company was able to figure it out.
All right,
but it was one of the things where I think I might have like flown out, and
Yeah.
the other comics I was with like
take-
drove back. It was horrible.
take a Greyhound or something. Oh,
It was
God,
horrible.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But hey, we made it through. Could have been stuck in a muck up. Could have lived there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
I
gotta-
could have been the 3rd Raiders fan.
Yeah, you could have.
I'm dark enough to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are a Raiders fan. I forgot. Yeah.
I'm not.
No?
I'm
Okay.
I'm a WWE fan. But
Okay.
I'm an AEW fan.
Okay, you're an
I'm a
AEW?
wrestling fan. I
Okay.
like my sports scripted and to the point.
Okay, what was the one? Who was the one? It made the news. The anti-ice guy. And
Brody King.
Brody
he had
King.
an abolish ice
He's
shirt.
he's like a punk big. He's like a big guy. He's like a punk
Scary
singer.
man.
Yeah,
I think I think his band is called like God's Hate or something.
Yeah.
It's like a hardcore band.
Okay, yeah.
He has that abolish ice shirt. Everyone was all for it, and then there was a pay-per-view where I think it was in Vegas. The crowd started saying "fuck ice," and since then they haven't put him on as much because I think the networks are worried.
It got too.
They're worried his chant is going to be like "fuck ice,"
and it's going to piss off half the viewers or whatever kind of thing. Or
I feel like the AEW fandom is pretty. They're pretty cool. They're pretty great, but I think it's more saying. A whole 12,000 people saying "fuck" on the air.
The swearing aspect of it. And
Not the best for advertisers.
But also I understand it. You know, if it's so weird to me. Like that's one thing is living out here.
Yeah.
And I know similar mindset with that. I was just like. Put it on at 10:00, whatever. It's like yes, not Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah,
fair, completely understand. And some people don't like swearing, and I get it. And I was just like, some of us are grown ups, and I grew up in church and stuff like that. And I knew people was just like, I'm not going to swear at church, but you know what? Oh, fuck the Broncos for not covering the spread, and or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's
or I like how it's like, oh, you're fine with Nick Gage deathmatching, getting a pizza cutter and just slicing open someone's face.
Oh.
But oh man, we can't be critical of the people killing children. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right message.
Or heaven forbid we show a bare-breasted woman or something.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. I remember we would live for that in the 90s. Oh my God, we would
scramble
watch
porn. Were you a scramble porn guy?
WWF.
Okay.
Oh my God, like the cat or something.
Trish Stratus or something.
Oh geez, what a different time that was. Jeez Louise.
One of the McMahons. Was it Stephanie? I guess.
I don't know if Stephanie ever did. I remember Mae Young almost did. It was probably about 75 years old at the time of that recording, and God bless Mae Young. Oh my God, good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her and her puppies.
No, but the Brody King one, and I remember the guy he was going up against was just like
MJF. He was like, oh,
he was like he was just like, it was like a GIF. It was just like it was like. Okay, this is a thing, huh? All right.
Fun fact: that guy, one of Happy Gilmore's sons.
Really?
In Happy Gilmore 2. Yeah, MJF. I think he's getting some movie work, and I'm like, good for you. Good for you. You're involved in a lot of things I really
in the
enjoy.
remake or the reboot. Yeah.
Yeah. The whatever the new one is. I haven't watched it.
You didn't? It was all right. It was
okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're tied into the kids' movies now, right?
That's true. I've been watching a lot of Moana. Been watching a lot of Disney Plus.
I'll let you go with that. I have no idea. I
watch a lot of it. Watch a lot of it.
They watch it, and they've watched it once, and I'm gonna watch it 84 times.
So I'm starting to watch the subcategories. So we watch all the Toy Stories 1 through 4, and that was cool.
Yeah, well, because you could kind of follow you. Yeah.
It's sad. I feel some of them are a little intense.
You were always kind of a big ass kid, you know. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not.
No, but I get you. I'm like, oh yeah, this one. But now they have like the minis, like the shorts, like Toy Story shorts, and now we're getting into those.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is layers deep of kids content. Like, let's go for it.
How old you?
16 months.
Oh yeah.
So I don't even know if he gets it, but he sees Woody and he's like, and I'm like, all right, makes you happy. Let's turn it on.
Hey man, you're running the show right now, baby.
The annoying thing is, you take a kid to Disneyland and you pay hundreds of dollars for him to enjoy that. Then you give him like a water bottle, and you're like, this is the same amount of joy. I don't know.
Unwrapping it. Spend $100 on the Christmas toy, but they just play with the wrapping paper.
Exactly, play the box. Yeah.
I think there used to be some place, it was called like Dog Patch USA. There used to be like some really like knockoff cartoons, you know, as opposed to like the Disney was always like the pinnacle.
Yeah.
And if I have kids, I want to try and get them on the low level stuff,
so they get super blown away when they see something of quality. Like
no. I want to live in a whole land where like Disneyland doesn't exist.
Wow,
that's my goal. That's my goal. So I don't want to have to spend $400 for a day at the park.
But you can see Maddie Mouse.
Yes.
No Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Maddie Mouse has.
I'm gonna go with like 1980s cartoons. It'll be like Danger Mouse.
I love
it. Fraggle Rock.
Oh my God.
Muppet Babies. I'm gonna go with Henson stuff. You know,
that's good.
That's my
good.
I don't like Mask. I don't know G.I. Joe. I'm gonna. Yeah. None of the Disney stuff. No Woody. No Frozen. No princesses. No Cinderellas.
You're gonna show them on Laserdisc. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We're gonna bust out the Laserdisc.
And you're like, this is what you're gonna watch.
Yeah. You go. Hey, I'm the parent that cares.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, I don't care about like secret messages from Disney or anything like that. I'm just gonna try to have fun with this. I apologize. I'm gonna do a thing real quick.
Let's do a thing.
All right. I gotta do an ad.
For sure.
I'll edit that part out. Hopefully, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Guys, I want to tell you about I do have a sponsor for the show now. Yeah, how about that? Yes. I'll tell you about Good Feels. They do THC infused seltzers. You can order them online. I'll have a promo code for its OV points. You get 20% off. Also, if you subscribe, you can subscribe. Save 25%, I believe, off of that. They're all natural flavors, 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, multiple flavors. My favorite is the orange blood seltzer. It's not blood, but anyways, hit the link on the thing. It's OV points. Subscribe if you want to. They come in 6-pack, 12-pack, 24-pack. You see the price. It looks insane, but just remember it's like 6, 12, or 24-pack. They also do THC gummies. Love them. I think I'm trying to remember, my favorite one was strawberry lemonade, I believe. Guys, check it out. Good Feels. You'll see the link. Thanks. Anyway.
Strawberry lemonade does have blood in it, though, right?
I'm not sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Not my
orange blood. Blood orange.
Orange. No blood.
But
no blood.
Strawberry lemonade, just a tiny bit of blood.
I don't know why they put blood orange. Why don't you just call it orange?
Because it's more ready. It's like red orange.
It's too intense for. I mean, these are for stoners. It's like these aren't the extreme guys.
It's for your intense stoners. Yeah, you know what I mean? Smoke a joint with my coffee. Let's go.
Oh yeah, very.
Or have a seltzer with my coffee. There you go. Mix it on in. Yeah.
I try to be very. They have all these sponsors, and it's just like, oh, you can. They have like a wide thing for all the podcasts. It was just like, bedding sheets and stuff. It's like, my guys, they're not gonna buy curtains and shit like that. They're I mean, if they do, they're gonna get them at the 99-cent store. People that listen to me, exactly. But they will spend their money. They will spend their money on a THC seltzer. So that's what I just go with.
Delish. I'm all about it. I like the drinks.
Sorry for taking you off. Sorry about that.
No. You're good. Yeah. I had nothing more. But yeah, I was just gonna say I like the seltzers a lot. I feel like if you were a stoner 10, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
cool. We kind of had flour and more flour, and maybe someone would make like an edible now and again.
Yeah.
Now the options are limitless.
Oh, do you remember Doc 420?
No.
She was God, I'm trying to remember her name was. I think it was like Reena Patel.
Okay.
Indian chick, fucking smoke show, and she was like a doctor because you had at the time you had to get a
medical card. Yeah,
medical. You had to get a medical card.
I'm tired and my back feels weird.
I stubbed my toe walking in this doorway. You know that kind of.
Thanks.
And it was like, oh, okay. Well, do you have the or do you have a heart problem? Okay, it was basically 8 minutes. You were out. It was $40. Yeah. But she would that was my first marijuana wreck. And she was gorgeous. Her staff was gorgeous. They had their own bikini calendar they would sell in the freaking place. It was just so California, so LA, so Hollywood, so silly. But it was just like, and that was my gateway. And now it's just like, I love weed. I do feel that it needs to be. I remember having to like wait in a Denny's parking lot, and depend on people and meet. And it was just like, it's too goddamn easy. And these kids don't fucking understand, man.
Yeah.
You just get a pen and just, you can vape at LAX. Fuck you.
I was just in a documentary. It was really cool. It's called High Stakes. And
oh yeah, tell me about it.
It was pretty much just. It was very much about how hard it is to legalize THC and the hoops that the THC weed people have to jump through. But the CBD people are kind of like, fully legal. We can do whatever we want. And in it, they tried to see if a kid could buy basically a CBD derived weed pen, but not just a CBD pen, the ones that like make you kind of like they're just pulling the tiny bit of THC.
Oh, they have THC in them.
It's CBD derived, but there's a head change on it for sure.
Okay.
And like kids could just like get it on the internet, or they could go into any place and be like, let me buy one. I'm like,
just walk into some corner store or whatever.
You'd be 6 years old and get a weed thing easier than a 30, 40, 50-year-old human being to like, that's crazy.
And there's so much like kratom,
Yeah, there's all that like weird.
It's like some heroin derived thing or something. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the weed that we smoke.
This is a scientific show. This is This is
we're both doctors.
People go to for education from us.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
because I want to say the THC that we usually smoke is a Delta 9, but there's something where it's like Delta 8.
Okay.
Or it's like not fully, but it's like a
one hair below it.
Yeah, and it's weird because I feel like that might not be looked at the same way. Because I remember when I was in DC, and this was a few years back, you couldn't get weed. You could get it in Baltimore, you could get it in Virginia, but you couldn't get it in DC. But you could go to a place and buy a hat for $40, and the hat comes with like this other type of weed. It was
like a baseball cap,
or like a shirt, or like here's like a $60 sticker, and it comes with a gift.
It was thrown in, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a wild, weird thing.
We were so weird and silly, and I do believe like over 21, I guess, treated like alcohol.
That's how I feel like it should be too. It should be treated like alcohol. If anything, I would feel like pretty cool about it being like maybe a little older, 25 or something. Like,
I don't know.
That's fine, but it shouldn't be. People shouldn't be going to jail and prison for.
That's so wild that there are people in jail still for weed.
Yeah.
It's
how much must that suck? Well, that sucks a lot, but like you're.
Well, I'm sure jail sucks anyway.
Yeah, but you're watching TV and there's like an ad for there's a dispensary down the street,
or like the betting stuff, and like guys were in there for racketeering. And you watch any kind of like
Kalshi or whatever,
basketball, blah blah, football, whatever. There's like 84 bets going on.
Jesus,
it's wild how, and I kind of have like a little bit of a libertarian streak on stuff. But also like common sense, and you probably, becoming a dad, you probably have like a, hey,
things have really changed a bit because now I look at
your
things,
perspective.
Yeah, because before I think I'm still very selfish, but I think when I was me 5 years ago, it was like, oh, my stuff.
Yeah.
But now you're like, oh, his stuff, and then you're like, I don't want this to be that. It makes it really makes it weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You have to you become more of a protector. I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, I just think about. I feel so guilty because I remember. I don't know, you'd be walking around and you see a baby in a stroller and their parents walk by you. I just put my cigarette to the side or put my, my joint to the side.
Show a little respect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now, if I see someone smoking something, it's like, all right, we got to cross the street. You know what I mean? It's gonna be, and I'm like, man, I was that guy. I'd be like, oh, hey, cute baby. Oh, it's weird.
He's like, yeah, you don't want to be with him. He was like me 5 years ago.
Yeah.
No.
You want to hit? No, it's indica. It'll get him sleepy. No, okay. I'm gonna see you later, guys.
All right, Pap, enjoy your baby crying.
Yes.
Oh man, no, you've done like a couple of weed things, right? With like,
so I was one of the high guys on BuzzFeed.
Okay,
that was really
cool. That was kind of a bump up for you.
Yeah, that was. I was doing a lot of BuzzFeed stuff back in the day when BuzzFeed was
fun,
doing a lot more stuff. Yeah, but that was one of the more fun things to be a part of.
What's her face? The Abbott Elementary girl. That's where she started. Quinta Brunton. She was doing stand up. I remember seeing her doing stand up.
We shared an hour at this cool, I miss it so much. There's this cool little improv theater in Westwood called the Improv Space. I say it was cool because the art and the community was cool, but it might have been also cooler because there was an In-N-Out right next door. But I remember, I think her team and my team, we may have shared an hour for a few months. Yeah. But it was weird to be like, wow, that was cool. Another guy who was part of that crew was Tim, I'm forgetting his name, I think Tim Simmons, who was on Veep.
Yes,
he was kind of like the tall, lanky guy.
Yeah. Kind of, he's like a gangly arms.
And it's just so crazy to think of like the people we did open mics with, the people we did these horrible little dive show bars with. You see him in a couple of years, like, oh, you're Kevin Hart now. I never done a show with Kevin Hart, but still, you get that. This vibe.
No, it is weird seeing people we started with, and good for them. I'm not hating.
Good for them. It's hard though because I feel like I'm all about just focusing on me, being the best me. Let me try what I can get. Try not to compare myself with other people. Try not to.
Drive yourself nuts anytime you do it because it's never good enough. You'll be like, you're always going to get to be. I'm not Dave Chappelle. I'm not Bill Burr. I'm not Louis C.K. I'm not Seinfeld. Wherever you're at.
But oh man, easier said than done. You see some of your colleagues just get stuff. You're like, wow, that's good for you. Good for you. Hell yeah.
I had to learn to get in the mindset. Someone explained it to me like 6-7 years in. It's just like, hey, we're all pretty good.
Yeah.
And some of us are gonna pop before some of us aren't. Wouldn't you rather be it's someone that has your phone number in their contacts?
Oh, I like that.
I
like that, yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying they owe you a favor or anything, but if something comes up and they're like, oh, hey, who could play a role in that? Dude, who has your look?
We need a homeless guy. Oh, Erik, yeah. He's got to be ugly. Erik.
Hey, man, hey, dude, you're doing better. You got rid of the handlebar, and that was, I tried to rock with you for a minute, but the handlebar was just
that was tough.
Yeah, you had that whole villain phase, I guess.
That
was probably that was probably wrestling inspired.
I think it was drug inspired.
Okay.
That's a lot cool.
You would get high and just start tweaking.
So and
then you're like, oh no, I meant to do this.
Yeah, it was totally on purpose.
Yeah.
But now I hear that. I think it's interesting because I'm so grateful for Comedy InvASIAN.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
But I remember around that time when I got it, Comics Unleashed.
Oh, for people that don't know, Comedy InvASIAN is like an Asian stand-up series.
So a bunch of great Asian American AAPI comics. We're all doing a special part of the show.
Like 3 seasons in? Boom. Yeah.
3 seasons in, yeah. Go season 3. All the seasons have had a couple really great breakout stars.
Yeah, and and there was
I love it. But it was weird because it's such a...
Some people
you're
good.
You're good. It's just weird because it's such a cool thing. And it's such a win, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it was a win. There's a lot of Vietnamese comics.
Oh, shut up.
No.
Annoying. But I remember when I first got it, I was feeling a little bit down because Comics Unleashed was coming out
at the same time,
and I remember being like, I've got an episode, and I really wish I was on the show. I watched the show when I was like in high school. It was so cool.
The Byron Allen, late night, 11 o'clock or whatever. Yeah, it was.
And I was so proud to see friends and colleagues, people I know, get on it. But I was also kind of bummed out to be like, I wish I got it. Yeah. But at the same time, I have a special that I'm doing. Like you gotta. As bummed out as you can be about not getting something, there's so many wins that we forget about in our lives where it's like, be grateful for this.
Yeah.
And like, why isn't this the thing that you're like, wow, why are you focusing on the thing that's bumming you out?
It's so hard. I had to learn, remember, don't compare your insides to other people's outsides.
Ooh, I like that.
because like, they're getting that, but they may have their own chaos going on. They may be, they got their own thing. They're going through a breakup. They're going through some kind of ailment, some sickness, whatever kind of, family drama, blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, everybody's, especially here, it's Hollywood, we're trying to project well, and it's this motherfucker got it and I deserved it. And it's so natural to get in that fucking, like there's only room, like they're Highlander, like it can only be one.
There can only be one, yeah.
And it's not that way, especially with this.
It's not. It's not.
I do miss the whole kind of, I do, as a kid around the same age, you probably miss like the whole monoculture thing, like where there was like, 4 or 5 stations but there's, with all the streaming options, like there wouldn't be, I'm not saying there probably wouldn't be like a comic invasion kind of thing if there wasn't so many options now.
For sure, which I'm really grateful for.
And it's a great way for people to showcase and get their stripes in, get their reps in, get their credits up, that kind of thing.
It's just so wild because I feel like I kind of, when I was first starting to do comedy, I was 18 and I was like...
Oh, you started at 18?
I started at 18, yeah.
God damn.
Well, I was doing a lot of like improv in high school.
Okay.
Dabbled from 18 to 20, got serious at like 20. But 18, I was doing mics. Yeah. But it was weird because I remember a big part of how I approached my jokes is I was like, let me make jokes about things that we can all agree on or things that we all are aware of.
All universal truths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot less of those now. You can't do a show about American Idol and have it hit the same way it did 15 years ago when everyone was like, I saw that last night.
Clay and Ruben or whatever.
Yeah, it was on everyone's brain.
Yeah.
Where now it's like, what brings us all together? Like, I don't know.
Like I loved the movie Marty Supreme, but not everybody watched it.
Exactly. Not everyone even knew it was a movie.
Yeah.
So like, wow.
I mean, movies is a whole freaking thing. I like the big Netflix series is something that's going to hit, like a Squid Game or Joe Exotic or something like that, maybe. Sure. But it's
rare now. It's rarer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. LeBron is about, I mean, I'm looking for things that are universal, we used to make jokes about like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And one of the things that helped me get out of, I used to host a show at a hostel. I don't know, it was in
Santa Monica?
The one on Hollywood Boulevard called The Vibe.
Oh yeah,
you may
way back in the way.
Yeah, it was a while back. And I did not learn because I was so into my own shit. What if you're doing jokes for Germans and UK and Australians, American culture. They know who Kanye West was.
Yeah.
They knew who Tom Cruise. They knew Cameron Diaz. They would get those kind of things, and I had to learn. Oh, you got to go wider, and you don't have to, but if you want a wider appeal, you have to go where the fucking people are, and it may not be. I had to learn that for myself.
I learned that lesson somewhat during the pandemic because I was doing a bunch of Zoom shows, which, aren't they fun?
Oh God. I tried to run a couple of those. Oh, Jesus Christ.
They're a different breed of what comedy was presented to be.
It was what we had at the time.
Yeah. No, it's truth. Yeah. Truth. But I remembered I had a bit at the time where I said it was about buying a vibrator from Goodwill. Which is a cute little twist.
It's silly. Yeah.
And then I realized no one outside of the US has any idea what a Goodwill is because I would do like a UK Zoom show or I would do like a German Zoom show or like a Canadian Zoom show.
Yeah.
And then I had to be like, "Oh, what's your version?" So then I'd be like, "Oh, like in the UK I have to say like charity shop."
Yeah.
And like, "Oh, in Canada they don't have Goodwills, but they know what a thrift shop is." Yeah. So it's weird to be like, wow, sometimes you look at comedy and you're locked in, you're zoned in. Yeah. But as soon as you get out of your bubble of culture, you're like, people don't know what that is.
You might as well be speaking a foreign language. You may
exactly. They don't. Yeah. They might get Disneyland. You know what I mean? But even then, the little specifics.
That's.
Like,
I mean, that's. And
it's weird. Comedy's so weird. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
What was it like? Okay. I know you got a hard out coming up.
Yeah. We got a hard out.
Yeah, we have a hard out. Yeah. Sorry. I'll just try to wrap this real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
What was it like for you coming up? Like not seeing as many comedians. Obviously with your kind of ethnic mix necessarily, sure. But there had been a few like Latino comics. Like Paul Rodriguez, George Lopez, but like. having not somebody like were like a well-defined path for you or something like that, you know?
I think it was that's a cool question. So the weird thing is, very proud to be Mexican American, very proud to be Filipino American.
I was gonna say you better say the other half too.
Yeah, better say the other half in case they're watching. I got my passport, but I feel like for the Mexican side,
fuck this guy.
Yeah, sorry. Fuck him where? No, where am I going? No, my dad, he wasn't really like super Mexican or super Latino.
Yeah,
so I didn't really
get
like
a lot third or fourth generation up here.
Exactly. He was kind of a white guy. You know what I mean?
Well, he was just up here. Yeah.
It was the vibe.
Yeah, he wasn't like wearing cowboy hats and shit. Yeah.
Not as much on his horse. No cowboy hat on his horse. Just let's go.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
My mom, the Filipino side, she's from the Philippines, and I got a lot more of that culture coming up. So I would listen to Latino comics. I would listen to Paul Rodriguez and all those guys. But I feel like I was like, oh, they're funny. But they're the same way that like Daniel Tosh is funny, or they're the same way that Robin Williams is funny.
Yeah.
They're just funny. But then I heard, and I think, maybe freshman year of high school, a comic named Rex Navarrete.
Oh yeah, Filipino guy, monster comedian, and he would lock down the Filipino experience.
It wasn't just like a couple Filipino jokes; it was like all Filipino jokes. And if you were not in the culture, sometimes you listen and be like,
especially for like first generation. I remember I stumbled upon him when I worked at Lovett's.
So
it's
great.
And I wasn't familiar. I was like, oh my god,
what is this?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, don't apologize, because I think just hearing that really was like, oh
yeah.
I kind of get comedy more now. Like this is funny because I get it.
Yeah.
But almost like the inner club of like, I get it, but not everyone does.
Yeah.
That almost made comedy cool for me.
Yeah, it made it like an inside joke or something.
It really defined how I approach stand-up. Because I approach stand-up in a way where it's like, I want to do jokes where you feel like you're inside on a bit that not everyone is in on.
Yeah.
Because then it feels more communal.
Yeah.
Crowd work.
Yeah.
Some people love it. Some people hate it. I think it's really great that if you're doing a crowd work bit that goes well, no one else will ever experience that bit other than that room.
Yeah.
There's magic there.
Yeah. It's a secret club. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, you got in on this one. You know, the drug chick from Calgary, whatever.
North Calgary. South Calgary. But it's crazy how that really, seeing that really informed my style. Even though I don't do like a ton of Filipino stuff, I do some. Yeah. But it's weird how a Filipino comic opened my eyes to a lot of things what comedy can be, and that was really cool. And then years later, I got to open for Rex, and that was like. That was a dream come true, man. Oh, it's like you made me, and now I'm open for you.
It's so wild whenever somebody where you saw from a different filter, and then you're like, oh, I get the pound fist with this guy or whatever. It's just like
I just opened for Dan Mintz. He was Tina
the cartoon, the Bob's Burgers. Yeah,
that was one of my favorite cartoons forever.
He was like one of the creators, I believe.
Oh really? I don't know that.
I think he's.
I know he's in on the ground floor, kind of like but he it was crazy because like it almost took me back to being 25 years old, 24 years old. Binge that stuff.
Oh yeah, it was so silly. The running the restaurant, the frustrated dad, and the awkward awkward daughter, and and it was just she was kind of like a Thelma or Velma vibe.
I remember seeing the pilot, like the pilot before the pilot.
You were way in. You were Cartoon Network.
I love. Well, this is actually a little bit after it started. Like got released on YouTube or something.
All right.
But his character was a boy.
Yeah.
And then I guess when they made it a girl, they were like, "Hey, still be the voice."
Yeah.
And he's saying voice, and I'm like, That's so cool, man. Yeah. That's like the coolest thing. And I remember being like, it would like be the fun fact I would show at like parties, and I'd be like, and
little known fact, Cliff Clavin that shit.
Here you go. Is this date over? All right, I'm sorry, I'll leave now. But I think opportunities like that, getting to work with people who really like formed your comedy voice,
inspired you. Yeah.
God, it's something that I'm extra grateful for on my journey. That's really cool.
I did, like a show that it was a belly room, and Chris Rock.
Oh my Lord!
Came in and did 10 minutes, whatever, or 15, whatever, and you're probably gonna run the light. But that was just like my jaw was on the floor because that was my guy where I started. I've yet to. The other one was Doug Stanhope, who
oh my Lord, that
wow. He's got jokes about Winnemucca if you're ever looking for him.
That's great.
He's got stories, but just some of those guys where you just like fuck. You saw him through a screen, or you saw like you actually did. You know, it was just like so wild, man.
Do you know? I think I was with Amanda Cohen. You know Amanda?
Oh yeah, she's great. Very funny. Very funny lady.
We were both weirdly in Vegas at the same time.
Oh, you're gambling addicts.
I'm definitely a little bit of a gambling addict.
Yeah, Filipino.
D&D. Yeah. I feel like we were both in Vegas at the time, so we're like, let's meet up, and we're like gonna go to another show together. I forgot how it went down, but we're like, oh, let's meet up at in Fremont.
Okay,
Fremont
Street downtown.
Yeah, so let's go to the plaza. Yeah. We'll meet there, and then we'll like go to our next show or whatever.
Well, they have that Brevity Live or something like that.
Yeah, they have they have a few clubs.
Hilarity Live or something. I can't remember.
There's like Downtown Comedy Lounge. They're a great one. I'm gonna be there soon. Get your tickets.
Yes.
There was the D for a while.
Yeah.
But we end up at the plaza, and we just happened to get there as we didn't even know this. Doug Stanhope was doing a show, and it just got out. So I see him, and I wear this everywhere for the show. So I think he thought I was like a fan trying to dress like him.
Yeah, dress like a used car salesman
exactly.
kind of vibe.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm a comic. He's like, Con, where you going? But it was like, it was the best. And I'm like, this 4-minute interaction is probably like the coolest like part of my night. You know what I mean? I'm in Vegas. I'm gambling. I'm winning. I'm doing these shows, but nothing will beat like 4 awkward moments with Doug Stanhope.
I've met him in person, but I've never done anything with him. And
one day we will.
I got to hang with Chappelle, and that was
cool.
That was a freaking moment. But it was it's
those are 2 comics with a lot of fun and a lot of cigarettes.
Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Chappelle's smoking in the back of a freaking I can't remember, the Wilton, I think, or whatever, Warwick Room.
Oh
yeah. It was just. What are you gonna do? Kick me out?
Did you ever go to Third Wheel? Remember Third Wheel?
Oh yeah. That's where you tape the thing.
Yeah, I did a tape in there. Yeah, that was the first special where I was like, he was there.
What?
For not in my special. At like just he dropped in
at Third Wheel.
And I remember they kept his cigarette. So in the green room there was a case.
Third Wheel's like a workout room.
It was great, but not something you would expect Chappelle to be like. Oh,
yeah.
But they kept like a half-smoked Chappelle cigarette like in a case in the green room. Like that's the coolest thing.
You know, everybody's been putting their lips on that thing.
Delicious. Yeah, I tasted.
Taste the Newport. Anyway, I know you got a heart out.
What a good note to end on.
Yes,
swap and spit with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Dude. Where can people find you?
At Erik Escobar on Instagram. That's ErikEscobar. There it is. Boom. There you go.
Your name and lights.
Performing all over.
Social.
My socials, I'm a social guy. That's right. I'm a pretty social guy. But aside from Erik Escobar, I feel like it's the best place to do it. I'm on Facebook, on all the stuffs.
Yeah.
When does this come out by chance?
A week or two, maybe.
Okay, so you're probably watching this in March. End of March, I'm going to be in Las Vegas at the Downtown Comedy Lounge. We're talking about Vegas. Come check that out.
Fremont Street. You get the light show above you. You may
Dollar Craps.
May run into Doug Stanhope. Who knows?
Might run into Doug. Wear a bad suit if you run into Doug Stanhope.
Wear a cheap suit.
Wear a cheap suit. Not a bad suit, a cheap suit.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Right.
No, don't apologize.
Like that.
I feel like it's really fun this year. I have some cool stuff. So if you just follow me online, you'll see where everything is happening. But of all the things happening this year, the most exciting, beautiful, wonderful thing is
the baby.
Well, I was going to say being on this podcast. With
Matt. Okay.
But baby, close second. Marriage, close third. But Matt's always number 1 in my heart. So thank you, Lewis. Thank you.
Dude, my pleasure. Guys, thanks for listening. Follow Erik. Follow myself. I'm the fun Matt Lewis. You can follow the podcast at Obnoxious Valid Points. Like it, share it, write a review, put something nice. Give it 5 stars. Don't be a dick. And share it with somebody, whatever, that kind of thing. If you want the Patreon, it's patreon.com OVPoints. Dude, thanks for coming on, homie.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
We're about to.
We're gonna go.
Patty Kate, maybe.
Yeah. Patty,
I don't.
It's too far.
I want to make the awkward ending as awkward as possible.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
The hand jobs we give each other later will be the awkward part. Ooh. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for listening.
Support for Obnoxious Valid Points is not brought to you by Audible. Audible, are you too stupid to read a book? Have one read to you. You'll find no books or mentions of books at patreon.com/ovpoints.